So today I am going to start the topic called rotational motion of rigid bodies. Rotational motion of rigid bodies. From that, first we will discuss about the center of mass. Today's main topic is only center of mass. On that I am going to solve two problems and the basic concepts regarding the center of mass. Before that, we must know about the headline: rotational motion. So it is any body which is moving about a fixed point of rigid bodies. Rigid bodies means a very important thing that we should know is what is a rigid body. A rigid body is a system of particles. It has a many number of particles such that the distance between any two particles is always same, which has a definite shape, such that its shape does not change when any external force acts on that body. For example, you take any arbitrary shaped body like this. So it is made up of so many number of particles. If you put any external force on this, then the distance between any two particles remains unchanged. So such body is called as a rigid body. Okay. So we are discussing about the rotational motion of the rigid bodies. So today's main topic is center of mass. This is a very important topic, and on the center of mass, at least one question will get in JEE as well as NEET examination. So what actually the center of mass is? In case of rigid body, this rigid body may be of uniform shape or may be of non-uniform shape. The body may be of any arbitrary shape. The distribution of mass may be uniform or it may be a non-uniform. In such case, we have to assume this definition of center of mass. So center of mass is a point on the body where the entire mass of the system is supposed to be assumed. So center of mass, it is usually denoted by Cm. So it is a point where the entire mass of the body is assumed to be concentrated. Okay, so this is the center of mass. It can be defined in some other way also. It is the point on a rigid body about which the vector sum of the moment of mass of all the particles above this point is 0. So in that way also we can define the center of mass. So what is moment of mass? Moment of mass means it is the product of mass of the particle and motion vector of the particle about the fixed point. If I take that fixed point as the center of mass, then the vector sum of such moment of mass, for example like this, if you take any rigid body like this, it is made of, so this is particle number 1, so this is particle number 2, this is particle number 3, and so on, particle number n. If you assume that the center of mass may be somewhere here, so the vector sum of the moment of mass, if I take this as the origin, so I take its position vector as say R1, R2, R3, R4 and so on Rn. Okay, and their masses may be M1, M2, M3 and so on Mn. If I take these products and I take their vector sum like this, summation of Mi vector Ri about the center of mass should be 0. That should be 0. So that is the another definition of center of mass. Center of mass is any point such that the moment of vector sum of moment of mass of all the particles about that point is 0. That is the center of mass. The main thing in our chapter is how to calculate the center of mass of different bodies. So on that we will get so many questions regarding the center of mass. Calculation of center of mass. Calculation of center of mass. Say take anything. Take any arbitrary shaped body like this. So this is particle 1. This is particle 2. This is particle 3. And in the this is particle n. Let us take a coordinate system like this. X-axis, I can take this as x-axis, this is y-axis and this as z-axis, and this is the origin of the coordinate system. Okay, so this is particle 1, so its mass be m1, its mass be m2, its mass be m3, and so on, it must be mn. So many particles. So you draw one reference line from the center of mass like this. So this is r1, this is r2, this is r3. And so on, this is Rn. These are the position vector about the reference point. So where is the center of mass? So this is the rigid body. The center of mass may be on the body or outside the body. It does not need any physical position, like it does not need any mass kind of thing. This body may have center of mass outside the body also. Okay. To calculate the center of mass, first we have to define the position vector and mass. So the center of mass formula is like this. The center of mass vector or center of mass is given by the vector sum of the moment of mass divided by total mass of the system. Like this. For first particle m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus m3 r3 plus and so on plus mn all divided by total mass of the system. This is the formula for center of mass. So you can calculate, you can short out this formula like this. R center of mass equal to total mass. You can take it as capital M, where the summation to shorten the things I is equal to 1 to n. So it is generally mi. Like this you can write the center of mass. So this is one way of writing the center of mass. If you know the position of mass, you can calculate center of mass like this. Sometime what happens? For this particle, instead of knowing the position vector, we may know the coordinate of the system. Like it may be one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional. If it is three, here we have taken 3 dimension. So for particle 1, I take coordinates as x1, y1, z1. For particle 2, x2, y2, z2. For nth particle, I take xn, yn, and zn. So like that, we can write the coordinates. So in such a case, what we have to do? We have to calculate the coordinates of the center of mass. Coordinates of the center of mass may be like this. Coordinates of center of mass of the body. It may be x center of mass or y center of mass or z center of mass. And how to calculate? When you write R as x center of mass, you have to write this R1 as x1, R2 as x2, R3 as x3, Rn as x. Similarly for y center. Similarly for z center of mass, you have to calculate. Okay, so here this is m1, x1 plus, m2, x2 plus, m3, x3 plus, and so on divided by total mass. This is m1 plus, m2 plus, m3. Similarly here m2, m1, y1 plus, m2, y2 plus, m3, y3 plus, and so on divided by m1 plus, m2 plus, plus and so on. Similarly here also m1 z1 plus, m2 z2 plus, m3 z3 plus, and so on divided by m1 plus, m2 plus, m3 plus, and so on. Like that you can write the center of mass in terms of coordinate system. Okay. Sometimes what happens, if you know the discrete particles, you can calculate the center of mass like this. But sometimes what happens, there is a continuous distribution of mass. There is a continuous distribution. In that case, the formula for center of mass may change. So in that case, for continuous distribution of mass, continuous distribution of mass, what we have to do? For continuous distribution of mass, distribution of mass. What we have to do? We have to calculate the linear mass density. Sometimes in some problem they may give linear mass density as lambda. Lambda it means it is dm by dx. This implies we can take dm is equal to lambda into dx. So here mass varies with position. Mass varies with this lambda may be a function of element like a plus b or c plus b like that. Okay. So in such cases, how to calculate the center of mass? Center of mass, x center of mass is calculated as 1 by that is the mass is not known, like complete mass is not given. Mass is varying as a function of x. So in that case, we have to use the integration system. Integration of position vector into change in mass. Some limits like 0 to L something divided by integration of dm. So like that you have to calculate the center of mass. Okay. Here. Similarly, y center of mass as integration from y into dm by integration of dm. And so on. Z center of mass also you can calculate. Integration of z into dm by integration of dm. Similarly, r center of mass you can calculate integration of r into dm by integration of dm. So these are the few formulae which are used to calculate the center of mass. One thing we have to know that how many particles are there, how many coordinates are there, how many masses are there, that we have to keep in mind to calculate the center of mass. So this is the first bit. This is the theory part of the center of mass. Okay. Next. Okay. This is the center of mass for position vector we have calculated. Similarly, we have to calculate the center of mass for velocity vector. Center of mass for velocity. Then we should go for center of mass for acceleration. Then we should go for center of mass for momentum. Then we will go for Newton's second. How to calculate the velocity? Velocity is the rate of change of position. Rate of change of position. So vector r center of mass is nothing. Vector v center of mass is dr by dt. So like that m1 dr1 by dt plus m2 dr2 by dt plus m3 dr3 by dt. Like that we have to take. Instead of that, what we do? Velocity of center of mass is d1 by m1 d1 plus m2 d2 plus and so on plus mn dn divided by plus 2 plus and so on plus yeah. Similarly, I go for acceleration center of mass as the moment of mass of acceleration of individual particles. M1 a1 plus 2 a2 plus and so on plus mn dn divided by 1 plus 2 plus and so on plus momentum. What is the momentum? Momentum is nothing but mass into velocity. So you take velocity at the center of mass and multiply it with mass, you will get the center of mass for momentum. So you can write the usual center of masses like this: P1 plus P2 plus and so on plus Pn. By the total mass you can calculate for the moment of mass. This is called center of mass for moment of mass. One thing you have to remember that for Newton's second law, if F external force is 0, then you can write here dp by dt. dp by dt is 0. This shows that P is constant. It is momentum is constant. Momentum is constant, then velocity of center of mass is constant. So if there is no external force acting on the rigid body, then velocity of the center of mass remains constant. So velocity of center of mass is independent of the internal forces which exist inside the rigid body. Okay, so only it depends on the external force. If external force acts on the body, then only the moment of the velocity of center of mass undergoes any change. Otherwise, it remains same. So this point we have to remember. As I said, the center of mass, it may lies on the body, or it may lies outside the body, or it may be inside the body. It is not. There is no necessary for any physical existence of mass. Okay, it may be in outside the center of mass. In space, it may exist. So there are few examples, and after that we go for the few problems regarding the center of mass. Okay, so there are few assumptions which are very much necessary while calculating the center of mass of the body. First, you have to remember that you have to follow the symmetry of the body. How the symmetry exists? Is there any line of symmetry? Is there any plane of symmetry? Is there any point symmetry? We have to look at the symmetry while calculating the center of mass. If the center of, if what happens is, if there are if there is a body which is made up of large number of other bodies, large number of particles, you know the center of mass of group of particles. So in that case, you have to treat the center of mass of group of particles as individual particle, and by taking the center of mass of various group of particles as an individual point, you can calculate the resultant center of mass. Okay, so you have to wisely choose the axis while calculating the center of mass of the system, and also you have to divide the particle into various symmetric groups while calculating the center of mass of the body. It is a very easy thing to calculate the center of the mass. Only thing is that we have to follow the symmetry of the body. Okay, there are few cases. Say if you take a semicircular object like this. Okay, so where it may be the possibility of center of mass. If there is a uniform distribution of mass, its center of mass may be its geometric center. It may be its center of mass. It does not lie on this body. Okay, it is outside the body. So there is a chance like this. Similarly, if you take a complete circle, you take a complete circular body like this, its center of mass also lies at its geometrical center. It is not on the physical body. Center of mass is outside the body. If you take any L shape of body like this, in this case, center of mass will be somewhere here. And similarly, if you take a triangular shape of body like this, in this case also, you can take the center of mass somewhere here. So center of mass may be on the body or outside the body. Okay, there is no condition that center of mass may be on the body. Okay. Come. Okay, so now what we do? Let us calculate few problems, right? And one thing that if there is a homogeneous distribution of mass, the geometric center of the body acts as its center of mass. For example, a circular link, its center is the center of mass. If there is a linear distribution, a linear strip, metal strip, then its midpoint acts as its center of mass. If condition is that there should be a uniform distribution of mass. Now we go for the problems. First I will take one problem. Solving problem is very important in calculating the center of mass. Okay. Let us write the problem number 1. I read the problem. The center of mass of 3 particles of mass 1 kilogram. There are 3 particles whose masses are 1 kilogram, 2 kilogram, and 3 kilogram. The center of mass of these 3 particles lies at they have given in the problem itself at point 3, 3, 3. It is in middle. Okay. They have asked where should Aditi, go that side. Go that side. Come here. Sit down. So where should fourth particle? Where should fourth particle of mass 4 kilogram be positioned so that the center of mass of four particle system, center of mass of four particle system lies at a point 1, 1, as usual. It is a simple problem. What they have given? Initially they have given 3 particles. Look at the solution. They have given 3 particles. One particle has mass of